Today on Drawbli, Abby is drawing.
A girl, a portrait.
Click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And comment below with ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
And share your art online with the hashtag Drawbli.
Yes. So this was my grand effort this week to really overcome my art block, I don't know what to draw, and I feel worried about drawing because I don't know what to draw, and I want it to be good, but oh man, it's not gonna be good because I can't, because I simply cannot.
Wow, that's a lot.
I was in a place. So I started drawing just from my head here, and it's hard to draw just from
It's
your
hard
head.
to draw just from your head. Yes, it is. Drawing from your head is definitely something that comes with practice and experience.
And so I was like, I'm just going to practice. And I didn't put much pressure on myself. I tried not to, but actually, yes, I had pressure on myself because I wanted to create something nice to look at. So it starts out pretty bad, and it's not going well. And then I do the golden thing.
Oh, what's the golden thing?
I bring in a reference photo.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and it helped.
That's cheating, though.
It's not. Anyway, so I want to talk about what I thought about with this piece this week. First of all, I'm thankful that I was able to use it to kind of get back in the flow of drawing this week after having a week where I just didn't feel like or didn't know what to draw. So this really helped me reinvigorate my desire to create, which is always a part of our journey that I feel like is something we need to talk about always, because when you're not working professionally and it's not like it's a job that you have to do necessarily, it can be hard to stick to the plan of getting better at art.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it is the journey of self-motivation. When the reliance of continuing to grow is completely in your hands, that's a lot of pressure. You succeed or you fail by your own hand, and if you fail, that is completely on your shoulders.
Yeah,
it's a lot of pressure.
It is and it isn't. Like
we're very serious here at Drawbli.
There's part of you that's like, I could just give up and nobody would care because it's just you that wants to do this. But
it's just me that wants to do it. Abby doesn't even care about it.
You misunderstand my phrasing. But anyway, enough about that. Now what I want to talk about is...
Enough about you, Ben.
the difference between pursuing being able to execute well and being able to pursue creativity.
Execution, so the technical skill versus the skill of creativity.
Yes. So for a long time, my main pursuit has been the skill of execution, like being able to paint well, being able to do good brush strokes, and really not caring about trying to just create something that I like, that's just different. Kind of the thought being like, oh, well, it's so hard to be good enough to not only just execute, but also to make something new with that ability. Then I thought, it's all been made already anyway. That thought was comforting. It's not true, but it also was comforting. And I was like, so I can literally just paint whatever I want if I think it looks cool, and that's fine. It doesn't have to be new and innovative, and it can be tacky or whatever. So I decided I think it'd be cool if this girl has gold lips. So I gave her golden lips because I thought that'd be cool.
If you like whatever you're creating, chances are there's someone else out there that's going to like it too. So you should make whatever you like, whatever you're interested in.
And so it was fun to work on this, although I still was really struggling with wanting it to look good, like wanting it to be executed well, to have my paint strokes look great. And
absolutely.
It didn't quite get to the point where I was like, oh, this looks very well done. But it was decently well done for my skill level, so I was happy to let it sit there.
Yeah, I know the feeling of working on something and being like, wow, I wish, I want to do this cool thing, but this cool thing isn't really looking good.
Yeah, where you're like, I can see it in my head, but you can't take what's in your head onto the canvas very well.
Yeah, I mean, in, I guess, business, is the category that I would say. The saying is, ideas are worthless, it's all about execution. So in painting, it's like, yeah, you have this cool idea, but you do still have to execute it well.
Well, this was when I know AI art has had all kinds of like ups and downs in public opinion. When it first came out, my first thought though was I was really happy for people who are idea people who have amazing ideas, who don't have like the ability to execute, and I was just happy for them that they could now like show us like what they're thinking and execute their artistic ideas, because I think everybody deserves to get to execute their artistic ideas. I won't comment on all the other nuances of that discussion at all, but that was my first thought with that. I was happy for that. Anyway, I continue my battle with noses here.
Anyway, why no eyes yet?
I don't know. Like, I really didn't want to do them yet, I guess. I had done some work this week on studying noses and trying to level up on noses.
I saw that. That was really cool.
Yeah, for some reason it only worked while I was following tutorials. I actually I watched the first 4 or 5 nose tutorials and followed along on YouTube that pop up when you search Procreate nose tutorial.
And you said that most of them were very bad.
The top 2 were actually not my favorites at all. They were like...
The unfortunate part of YouTube.
Yeah, where it was like, and then here, just do what I'm doing, kind of. Like, literally, that's what one of the artists said.
You will find an infinite amount of tutorials and, guides, but are they going to be a good teacher? Are they necessarily going to be a high-quality tutorial that's helpful?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe.
What was funny about that search was so the third or fourth one down was Cynics, in his quick study on noses.
Yeah.
And then the 5th one down was, or I think it was the 6th, Cynics and his quick study on eyes. And then mouths. Like, it quickly went from anything about noses to just Cynics.
Yeah.
Because he's so prominent that we went from tutorial.
You might also watch a lot of his videos, so it might just say like, hey, here's one of the creators that you click on a lot. Like,
well, then he should have been listed first and not those other artists.
So YouTube, I could sit here and complain about YouTube for this video and the next 100.
That's not what you came here to hear.
But I won't. But I will say that YouTube favors novel content, so new uploads over pretty much anything else. And because of that, a lot of the top videos in the search result will be videos that are performing well that were recently uploaded. And because of that, you're not necessarily going to get the cream of the crop always.
That's how we're going to rocket to famedom.
Yes. We are entering famedom.
Famedom.
Yep, that's our goal here at Drawbli. Famedom.
Yes. I think it's a word.
Moving on. Tell me about your ear.
I'm struggling with ears this week. I've painted a couple ears this week that have all kind of looked a little splotchy, even though I go back and tweak on them for a little bit. But yeah, my ears. No, let's not focus on the ear. How about that?
Okay, that's totally fine. I really like the general aesthetic of the face, though. When you were just zoomed out there, when you're taking that step back, I do enjoy the lighting on this portrait. I think you could have maybe pushed the contrast a little more.
I agree.
But I actually really like what you have going on with the eyes and the nose and the mouth. Just the general proportions and expression you have going on are actually quite nice.
Thank you. Yeah,
the lightness of the eyebrows. This has like a very painterly quality to it.
Oh, that's the ultimate goal of a digital artist, is to look painterly. At least of this digital artist.
And the hair blending into the background. You're getting some cool edges here.
Yeah, I like those lost edges. I didn't keep them as well as I wanted to because
we never do.
I really wanted to try to do like a darker section by the lightened side of her face to checkerboard things a little bit better.
I love the checkerboarding.
So I went for that. And then she's got the reference there has a little touch of rim light on the back of her neck. So to draw that out, I tried to darken the hair behind that to push on that rim light. Eventually what happens is, I got a little tired of working on it and went on my way.
Yes, as all paintings finish and all artwork goes, this one's done.
This is done.
On to the next one. The next one will be better.
Yeah.
There's definitely something to be said about pushing something past, your limits. But at the same time, I think there's, depending on where you are personally, more value in just moving on to the next thing and saying that the next thing will be better.
Exactly, exactly.
Because the early stages are, extremely important, not necessarily the finishing touches that you're adding on.
Right.
But we are at a place, one thing we used to say all the time was like, we can't work on something too long because we just don't have the skills to push it further.
Yeah.
We do have a lot more skills in that ability now, but I still do value the kind of early stages of a work a lot
Yes,
more.
me too. Me too. The sketch, the initial sketch is really fun. On this girl, it was not fun because I was just scribbling, just trying to figure out some sort of weird color direction, and bringing in a reference ended up being the necessary thing to do. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed this piece. I'm thankful that it helped me get out of an art blocky state.
Art blocky state is a hard state to be in.
It is, and maybe someday I'll go back and finish it up more. It'll feature in like redrawing my old art.
Ooh, I love those.
Yeah, me too. Those are always so fun to see.
And if you love those kinds of videos, you should click that subscribe button so that you can see it whenever it comes up in the future.
Ooh, yeah, won't that be cool? And comment below with ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
Share your art online with #Drawbli.
And this is the part where we say goodbye.
Goomba. Do you think you're actually going to redraw this piece?
I might. I
One
like
day?
it. I really do
All
like
right.
it.
Hey Siri, remind me in 1 year to tell Abby to redraw this artwork.
Does she do those kinds of
Okay.
reminders?
Added.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. Okay.